Yes, people, it's a glorious Sunday. I must admit. Why are you trying to hide white women? What are you doing? Anyways,
I was thinking, there's nothing Cass said that was that funny.
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to. Let the comments show that I'm not trying to hide white women.
Is that what he said?
Not in the slightest. Like,
I had no idea. Is it just me, or I didn't understand the word what you just said?
I think he's lagging a little bit.
Sorry,
that is definitely a white laugh. That's a white laugh I can hear in the background as well.
What the hell have I walked into?
Jay's. Let me not even say what I want to say because. Anyways,
ain't no way Lewis is. Hey, Lewis. Sorry.
What, man? I can't even just exist without you, man, trying to take the piss.
I mean, look, man, Don's had a tough time today, innit? Obviously, Goon Lee's here confessing his love as always to Kendall, but yeah, like Don said, I've got nothing to rant about. I told you before the game, my confidence is gone. This is his words on WhatsApp. I saw Enzo running around as a 10 today. You know, Gallagher in a pivot. The man's digging his own grave.
Lewis. What have Chelsea and Tuesday got in common?
Frozen.
I don't know. What do Chelsea and Tuesday have in common?
They're both 12th.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because Tuesday's on the 12th.
Anyone who didn't get Tuesday's the 12th.
Well, we got a few more losers on the panel today to join myself. Daps is finally a winner after a month.
Back up here, bro. Like 5 weeks and I get to sit on the fucking top row again. This is what it feels like to win. Fuck me.
Yeah. Obviously,
man. Good stuff. Good win.
You got Jay here, who's lagging. I think he's all right now.
I'm lagging.
I think
you're right now. You're right now.
No, you're a bit better now. You're good.
You were conveniently lagging at the start.
Yeah.
And well, to be fair, he was lagging as much as Newcastle's team. 4-1 Kendall, man. Fucking hell. Not good, is it?
Yeah. No. How's it good going on here after a loss now? I'm not used to it.
Wait. Therapy.
The line of the day, was, I think it actually did stand in the end, but did any of you hear Neville, where when you scored and he thought it was offside, Neville goes, well, at least the fans got to jump out of their seat for a minute.
There you go. People happy. I'm
Honestly,
at the bottom.
He was literally, you may as well dug him out of Tottenham's backside today. He was literally digging for gold now. It was actually jarring. Like, I was...
Yeah, but Kendall, there wasn't much positive you could say about you lot, was there?
No, this is like 10 minutes in. This is before we absolutely capitulated. This is like 10 minutes in.
Yeah, you lot were bad, man. You lot were bad.
We were terrible. We were really bad
I don't know. Where do we even start today? Yeah, because only 2 games, really, or even 3, obviously, because Man City finally win. Yeah.
Oh, and West Ham. West Ham held a fucking tasting.
Yeah, they lost that 5-0 to Fulham, didn't they?
Yeah, that's back to back 5-0s for Fulham, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I saw this earlier. Fulham in their last 3 games have scored 72% of all the goals that Man United have scored all season.
That's not that hard.
Earlier.
Oh wow! I've just seen the Girona score.
Yeah, 4-2.
Yeah, 4-2. Wow. Hey, Mons, what are you saying? You're better quiet. I heard you roasted Lee earlier. You didn't let him breathe.
Smoked him. In fact, no. Some would say I got cooked because I couldn't finish any of my sentences.
No, you didn't get cooked.
I'd start, and then Lee would just, come in swinging. You know what I'm saying?
It was actually, I really enjoyed that stream. It was really nice.
Did you not?
How come you enjoyed it, Kendall? How come you enjoyed it?
Because Lee was on it.
Well, because Lee was on it. Obviously, Lee had a little bit of like a what can I say? Like a kind of.
Oh, when he took off his shirt.
It was just a nice moment, really. So if anyone didn't see that, you should go back and watch that.
Wait, Lee took off his shirt. Why did
I didn't see that. I must have left by that point.
Right.
No, you're still there. I'm sure you were still there, Dad.
What do you mean? Wait, Lee had who on toast? Who did Lee have on toast? Monts.
Months.
Excuse me?
Well, how did Lee have you on toast?
He didn't.
He didn't.
People in the comments say Cal is saying you
I'd be
had
welcome,
Lee on toast.
Who does Cal support?
I have no idea. He says
Lee
Probably
kept
Arsenal.
Lee kept talking about Liverpool after he was specifically asked questions about Arsenal. He just kept talking about my club.
And Monts kept talking about being top without actually mentioning being top.
Yeah, that. So I didn't even talk about being top of the league. I didn't mention being top of the league once in that stream. No, actually, no, I did mention it once. But man, I acting like I mentioned it for the whole stream. I mentioned it once.
That's one of them ones where where it is how to say something without actually saying it. That's what Monts was doing the whole show. Was like he was going, I'm not going to talk about being top.
We talked about League Gunner. No.
Oh.
Oh no, someone said no. Lee started cooking him. He fought back. Okay, once it's fire. Okay, but did Ty even run the clip? Like the receipt, by the way. I said the clips in there.
Actually, run the clips because we were supposed to see him this morning.
I
So
can't lie, Ty, you're slacking lately, my guy. We're gonna talk. But this is a funny clip.
For 30 seconds. And that's why he got up. But he was hurt.
No. We're 1-0 down with 5 minutes to go, Robbie. Get up and start playing.
That's the one. That's the one. That's the one.
Hey, that sounds like my mom when I was about 6 or 7.
Yeah,
Hey, wait,
real talk. I ain't going to school today, Mum. Get up and get your uniform.
All right, here's one more clip. All right, this is the Guna Lee receipt. All right, let's see what this says. This is what you sent in, by the way, Monts. Is that right? Is that the one?
The league, I think it is. I said this at the start of the stream. Until there is a 12-point gap between me and City, I ain't celebrating nothing. I've learned my lesson.
Wait. So this is what I'm saying, D. So that
he's got no respect. He's got no respect.
He didn't acknowledge Arsenal whatsoever.
No respect. I said there needs to be a 12-point gap.
Yeah, but why between you and City right now?
Why?
Arsenal,
Yeah, that's true.
Don't need to be in a 12-point. What is it? Because I didn't mention Arsenal.
No,
yeah,
should there not need to be a 12-point gap between you and Arsenal?
No.
You've only won the league once, by the way. Bear in mind.
That's crazy, you know.
The hell? Arsenal won, bro. I was 6 the last time Arsenal won the league.
Yeah, but they're one Premier League away from you in the last 10, 20 years.
I don't give a dash. That's one in that 20 years that they ain't won one in 20 years.
When did you last win? When did Liverpool win the league? 4 years ago? 3 years ago?
2020 season.
3 years.
3 years ago, yeah.
3 years, what is it? 1920 season?
This is the fourth season not after that.
Yeah.
So this will be the full season. Yeah, so
Next year will be 4 years. That's in 2024, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, right. So how can you disregard Arsenal?
I must admit, can I just say, I did find it funny, when Errol earlier on was speaking about basically City don't look as good this season because this is what happens when you need to defend a league. And I'm thinking, bro, Pep and City have defended multiple leagues, like he's acting like, Liverpool.
Got to be one of the worst clips I've been sent in by someone.
Who sent that clip in? I don't even get what.
That was went on way too long.
That was like watching this show back.
No, Lee sent that in. Lee sent that clip in. Lee sent it in.
Oh,
okay, yeah. Lee, that's not good enough, my guy. Anyway,
he sent that clip in when we was 1-0 down.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, let's start with Chelsea, anyways, man. I think that's probably the perfect way to start.
I do like talking about Chelsea.
Yeah, we like talking about Chelsea.
It's not like top of the table and go down.
Nah, not really, because then people will leave if you start talking about City. But what's it called? Look, you lost 2-0 to Everton. Another Northwest fixture, another loss. I think that's 3 in a bounce since you've been going up to the North. You had Newcastle got spanked. Went to Man United, you got spanked, and a guy got arrested pretty much outside of Old Trafford. That dude. And then you went up to Everton and you got absolutely slapped as well, 2-0. Like, is it time for Pochettino to go then, Lewis? Just you know what? Just let this be a therapy session. Just say your true feelings.
Well, I understand that people are going to talk about the ownership and everything, and we can also talk about the deeper issue, which is just this shit manager ID. But yeah, I've had enough of Poch. I've had enough of him. He constantly makes mistakes game in and game out, and makes weak-ass excuses to try and defend himself and to try and prolong this suffering. And it's just pathetic. 4 months in, we spent $1 billion and we have 4 league wins. Like, we constantly make silly decisions within the lineup. I've gone back to seeing Conor Gallagher in the pivot and Enzo in the 10. For some reason, that was meant to be game-changing. And Enzo's the one subbed off while Gallagher plays a full 90, despite him constantly losing the ball because he has dead touches. He overplays everything. The decision-making just isn't there. But, like, it's not even just him, to be honest. Like, the fact that we took both Sterling and Jackson off for this game didn't make sense. Because, yeah, I get it. Our attacks come under question a lot this season, but they're our two highest goal scorers. How are you taking them both off? You want to rest one, go for it. But one of them has to start. No wonder we look toothless. Hopefully this Brozier over Jackson thing that people wanted to try running in our fan base is dead too, because Brozier just ain't ready and he never has been ready. Guys just come off an ACL injury and people want to throw him straight into Premier League games. Yeah, Jackson missed a lot of chances. At least he makes himself get into positions to shoot. Brozier looked clueless out there in the final third. We never looked like scoring.
He played at the same time.
Away off. What?
What was your lineup? What did he go with today? Because I only watched. Obviously, I only got to watch the highlights.
So it was Sanchez, James, Disassi, Badiashile, Cucurella, Gallagher and Caicedo in the pivot, Enzo in the 10, Palmer, Mudryk, and Broja.
So, and I saw a picture of Jackson having is it Branthwaite around the neck? Didn't get sent off.
Yeah, they had some little beef at full time. I didn't see. I switched the thing off as soon as we got to the end.
Oh damn!
I won't watch any of that.
So no VAR decision on that then, no sending off. All right, cool. You know, so we can't blame VAR today then, because you needed someone sent off. So what happened in the game? Reece James went off after, was it 13 minutes or 23 minutes?
It was like 20 minutes or something. To be honest, like, he missed the start of the United game because he had knee pain, so I'm not even that surprised by everything, but it's just come off again, injured again, great, whatever. Hopefully Gusto's back next week, but we move. I've just come to accept this with Reece James. It is what it is. But we still had a team that was good enough to win. It's just that the setup was just atrocious and it led to so much more dispossessions. Colwell at left back, I guess we've been forced into this position for this game. But like this has been a problem throughout the season. Like Colwell at left back has been some stupid experiment that has failed multiple times, but we just keep doing it and it's cost us points. People forget that we had the easiest start to the season out of everyone in the league and we got 5 points in 5 games. Tried to protect the point against a winless Bournemouth team. We've done numerous experiments that have never worked, like Chilwell at left wing, and it's just constantly cost us. Like I get it, like there's inexperience around the squad, but if I could bank on one thing with this team is that they could be defensively solid. Now suddenly we're leaking goals left, right, and centre. We are so bad when it comes to aerially defending set pieces and crosses. It's ridiculous. And it's just clear to see with the second goal. Our tactical setup, and I know it's tactics because we did the same thing against you lot on Wednesday, is just palm everybody into the 6-yard box. No one between the 6-yard box and the 18-yard box. We'll just leave that chasm open. Anyone can run in there and pick up a loose ball. But everyone's going to be in the 6-yard box. Ball goes in, whipped out into space. I don't even know the name of whoever scored the second goal, but they just blasted it in.
I know it was.
It was Dobby. It was Dobby.
Dobby, yeah, Dobby.
It was Dobby.
Yeah, Dobby.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Big up Dobby, or whatever his name is, man. Got a big moment today. But we're just so easy to play against because of these stupid mistakes.
Everyone loves Dobby, man.
Lewis, can I
ask
you a question about the
Hold on, who's Dobby? Have you not seen Harry Potter?
Wait, you don't...
No,
I
I
haven't
know
seen
Dobby. I know
Harry
an
Potter
actual
either.
Dobby is like the OG Dobby, but who's Dobby?
Yeah, the OG, you know, the OG Dobby.
The OG Dobby. Who's the new Dobby?
Some youngster
The
winger
one who
that
scored
plays-
against us. The
Go
second goal.
from Everton, no
Oh,
one's
I
ever heard
haven't
of
seen it.
before.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Guy that
Oh,
scored
Yeah,
the
his
one
name's
where
billion
Lewis
pounds
Sean
Chelsea.
Dobby.
Dyche
Oh,
was
his
like,
fucking name's
the one where
Lewis
Sean
as
Dyche
well.
like, he
Get
did a really
the bin.
authentic celebration at the corner flag. That one.
Maybe yes.
He said a comment after the game. He was like, "Oh, I'm like all of these fancy celebrations," and I was really proud of him because he did an authentic celebration at the corner flag. I was like, "That is so random." Like, what I think we're proud of.
Dash is doing it though. He's
Yeah,
doing
bro.
it with that team. Like the one thing about Chelsea, right? And before you got Poch back, I remember saying I had no idea what a Poch team looked like in 2023 because he was at PSG and he wasn't really doing it. And then on the other side, I was looking at the team and the setup and everything, and it's just so crazy what you guys did in pre-season that he then threw away almost immediately and then started playing in a different way. But like, from your point of view, do you think there's any way back for him now? Because even I'm looking at it and it's like, what is a good season for Chelsea now? Obviously, like you can maybe win
12th, Jay. 12th.
No, we're already back in 12th. We're back.
That's what I'm
saying.
Do you think Chelsea can make Conference League even?
Yes, we are capable of it. And then the whole race for top 7, the whole race for Europe is just inconsistent as hell. That's why none of them are contending for the title. You can get back into it with a run of wins. We just got an idiot in charge, and that's what the problem is.
The Chelsea account haven't tweeted for 5 hours, so they think he's going to get sacked.
God willing, man, it'll be a Merry Christmas. He shouldn't even be there for when we face him in the cup.
You know what? Can I make sign out yet? Big up Don, yeah, because this guy is super positive. And if Chelsea have broken him, yeah, I'm so fucking glad. I'm so glad this happened to you lot, yeah. Lewis, you go home and away. You, Fator, all of them, man. Me even see, what's it called? Young Ziad over there as well. Bro, love it. But see, Don, Ches, I'm loving it. I'm getting short spasms at the moment, thinking about how much I can't wait to talk to this guy on Tuesday. You know what I mean? I'm so excited, bro.
I am excited to talk to Don. I'm very excited to talk to Don.
My club is so shit, but you lot are even fucking worse, bro. You know what?
Do you know what? The joke thing is, Chelsea and Man United right now are saving each other. Yeah, literally. Like, apparently, Saeed was up in Matisse's chat earlier, calling his phone and whatever.
We're not saving them, bro. Did you watch what happened on Wednesday?
Yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, you weren't saving no one. Yeah,
no, I was disgusted that United were above us in the table until Wednesday. Now I accept it.
I love it. I love it.
Ches can't even be like pressed though. He just says, "Oh, Champions League." He just says Champions League, and he's all right.
Oh, you need to revisit. You do need to revisit on what day is it? The show where you have Don on, Don and Jay on.
Tuesday. Is it Tuesday?
Well, whenever that show, you need to revisit the Trent Reece-James conversation.
Oh, don't. We've got everything on. Like some of the stuff that Don said over the last few weeks is outrageous.
Monster's got like 2 or 3 streams worth of receipts. It's crazy. It's crazy. On the Trent versus James thing, and it's like, how is this even a conversation anymore? By the way, quick fact.
No, James is clear.
If this helps you, Lewis, this time last year. Game week 16, match 16, right? Match 16 is correct. 16 games have gone by, right?
Yeah.
Chelsea actually had -1 goal difference, and you had 22 points.
And
United had 28 points.
They're doing worse than last season.
Oh yeah.
There was a stat I saw, and it was the greatest stat I've ever seen on Chelsea. And was it on our street? I'm not sure, but it's basically out of all the teams that are in the Premier League last season. And this season, Chelsea have the lowest number of points.
Wow.
Joints? No, joints.
Joint lowest.
Alice, I think Forrest with us. So like, we got that.
Joint lowest. So that's. Do you know how insane that is for Chelsea to do that stat? And it's not getting any better. Like the thing is that it's genuinely not getting any better. Like every away game that Chelsea play now, it's just. You just have to ride the storm with them.
That's why I stopped going. United was my last one. I'm like, get rid of this bum and then I'll start going again.
Bro, you know what? If bro, you're close to having Palace, yeah? Palace, in 2 games' time, Palace could be now they're playing City next weekend. You're the second shittest team in London right now, bro, in the Premier League. Do you know that? You're the third,
we were last season too.
You're the 3rd team in West London.
Yes.
This is and how many days was Potter in charge?
Not too sure. About 6 months.
Right. Is there must be stats on this? Who is performing better, Potter or Poch?
Potter. I think Potter's got more points at the minute.
Potter.
Yeah. By the way, if you want to know one,
that makes sense. Potter can at least build a defensive system. This bum can't build a defense or an attack. He just stinks.
Potter said Dobbins to get you. Dobby to get you.
But what I don't get about Chelsea is that Potter was chased out of Chelsea with a bloated squad, with a lot of issues, with new players coming in, and Poch has had the opportunity to come in. He got a pre-season that Potter didn't get. So I'm actually surprised that the pressure I'm surprised the pressure on Poch isn't more. I would have thought it would be more. But
do you know the thing is, if he goes, who's going to come in? No, who literally is going to come in at this point?
I think the other thing is that last season the
be
bar.
Looking for one now, to be honest.
Ten Hog, take 10 Hog.
Well,
but what happened last season is the bar got lowered to a point that Potter was the one that lowered the bar, although it actually wasn't him fully. But because the bar's so low, that at the moment they're like, you know what? Like Lewis just said, now we were 12th last season. So they're not worse than last season. That's how they're viewing it at the moment.
Yeah.
If they drop to 14th, it'll be Poch out.
Well, yeah, but the thing is like...
No, a lot of people are already Poch out.
Like, let's be honest. Look at some of the teams around Chelsea. And categorically, can you tell me that Chelsea are categorically better than Fulham? Categorically better than Wolves? Categorically better than Brentford? I don't think you can.
Yes. We have an idiot in charge. That's the reason why you think that, bro. If we had a good coach, we'd be a lot higher up the table.
You say that, but you have Potter, who's a good coach. Poch, who's a good... Maybe, just maybe...
No, but Potter has a completely different squad.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is
you said if we had a good coach, I'm saying you are having good coaches. You continually have good coaches.
No, we're hiring idiots. That's the real truth.
Tuchel, Potter.
What, is Frank Lampard an idiot?
And Lampard's.
Come on, bro. He's my legend and everything, but don't ever come back in the dugout again, man. You're banned. You're banned.
How long's Poch's contract?
Lampard for Christmas.
2 years. Thank you.
That is one. How long till Lampard's actually back in another job at Chelsea?
They could get a fat turkey in time for Christmas.
I've been very patient with the ownership. If I see Frank Lampard as caretaker manager, I'll go Bowley out.
By the way, even if you're Bowley out, he's here to stay. So whether you like it or not,
that's why I've been more patient with him over anything.
But I'm just going to say one thing. Yeah, I don't know how true this stat is. I was just see it now. Apparently, Chelsea in 39 games, you have 39 points altogether.
Yeah,
that's correct.
That's relegation. That's relegation. that's legit.
Yeah, people tell me trust the process. Believe in Poch.
Hold on.
Nope.
Let me just check something out here. And I was going to say, to be fair,
a semi-decent manager doesn't play 2 forwards at home against Luton and Nottingham Forest. He doesn't struggle with a low block from Wimbledon in League 2.
Bournemouth, who won the same points as you, Bournemouth went Man United and got the job done.
Bournemouth had 6 injuries. Bournemouth had a new manager who came into the squad this summer.
Oh,
I guess
shit.
you don't need patience.
Bro, if Everton didn't get a point deduction,
they're
4 points above you.
Yeah, with a 10-point deduction, they're 6 points behind us.
And we say that Everton spent badly. Fucking hell.
I don't even say we spent badly. We're just given the reins to an idiot. That's it. I want a better coach.
But Lou, you say this and you make good points, but also on the flip side, it's like the players you're bringing in, like it's funny because everyone that you're bringing in, just Angelo, this Washington, highly rated
Angelo's
players,
balling out.
they get to Chelsea and all of a sudden it's just like poof. Where's like, and it's just I don't know, like your strategy's wild. Every club has got a good project. Look at Villa's project.
No, we don't. No.
Your project is still a bit quick stuff. But even still, year one of your project, finished top 3 and won a trophy. For most clubs, including my club, that would be a fantastic season. Great season. That's
the difference between my club and your club.
Okay, all right, Kaz. I was just trying to. Okay, I'm going on mute.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to talk on the flip side. No, it's the manager. That's it.
All right, Mons has been quiet. Mons, it's time to get the questions out, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's Chelsea never get cooked enough. Last season, I feel like it just got to a point where it got boring. Now it's getting to that point again. It might just get that little bit boring about cooking them. But
it's just again.
Is it upstairs? I got a feeling it's just probably a mixture of both.
Yeah,
I think Chelsea are a waste of resources that everyone else could probably do with. Like again, you're the rich kid that just still gets no gal. You don't get girls. You have all the money, you have the nice house, all the nice stuff, and you just still don't get no girls. You don't do anything. You don't do anything with your resources. Poch came out and said, "We need more signings in January." It's like, Dad, I need more money. It's not working. I need more money. Money fixes everything, right? Money fixes it all, right? Like, it's like I'm watching the episode of White Chicks. It doesn't make sense, bro. Like, Chelsea is, you man are a simulation. You man are actually a simulation. Like, money doesn't always fix it. You have to spend well. But at least there's a quota to at least be in the top 8. The fact that you man sit with Brentford, Fulham, Wolves, if Everton didn't get their point deduction, you'll be below them as well. 13th. It's crazy. Like, you have seasoned footballers in your team. It's getting to the point where I just think that the players aren't that good. It's actually getting to the point where I just think you man aren't that good. I said this. Caicedo is mid. He is mid, bro. He is mid, and I'm not saying that because I'm a
club wanted to spend 110 million on him.
Bro, thank you. I wrote, bro. Thank you for taking him off my hands. I wrote, bro.
No, because if you had him, you lot would be straight top of the league.
On Caicedo, I don't think he's mid. I just think that he played for 2 managers that had a proper system. Like, as in, he's not playing.
So it's the manager then.
Interesting. Cool. I said he's mid. Let me explain why. Okay. He's mid because when you buy someone for that amount of money, there is an expectation and a level of quality that he needs to provide. I'm not saying he has to be a world beater from day one. That's not what I'm saying. If there's room for improvement, there's room for improvement. But for someone to just be average, not really moving the needle, that does not warrant, like, you need to go and be doing a little bit less than what Declan Rice is doing.
So you're talking about Caicedo or Enzo now? I don't know which one.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
I'm sure if Caicedo was in a team like Rice's, he'd look a lot better. But
all right, well,
exactly. That's a good point.
For me, I watched him very carefully. For me, Caicedo, I'm told he can't play in the 6.
And Caicedo's not even been that bad by the United game.
No, again, he hasn't even been that bad. But you man are 12, so I digress. So again, Caicedo,
that doesn't mean he's been bad. Both points stand the same.
Bro, hear me out. When I look at what he can and can't do, I've been told he can't play in the 6 on his own. He was deployed in the 6 against Manchester United. It wasn't good enough. Yeah, he has to play in the pivot. So they partner him with the second most expensive player in the Premier League, who is supposed to be the one who dictates games. He can't play in the 8 because, for me, he can't dribble. His ball carrying's okay. He excels in winning the ball back and progressively.
And his passing.
He's okay progressively. Like, I don't like his standout quality is nothing on the ball or in the air. It's strictly ball winning, interceptions, and sustaining attacks. Now, for me, he's not even top 10 DMs.
It would be nice if our attack could finish consistently.
And it's nothing to do with finishing because you men are still conceding goals. Caicedo has had howlers, but I have not seen I've not seen a game where Caicedo was cold today. He was hard today.
Fulham, Arsenal.
Let's talk about Enzo Fernandez getting
hooked up. It maybe not the ones where he gets put in the pivot with Conor Gallagher,
so
like we said.
The fact that you did end up spending that much money on someone who can't even play the lone 6 for you, and even stand out amongst.
Then why were you willing to put 110 up for him?
Because we thought we were.
I'm hearing this from the wrong fan. It should be from the City fan or someone who didn't bid for it.
How about this? Either way, if you're costing that amount of money, you need to be standing out. If everyone else is shit, you need to stand out.
Yeah,
and go, you know what? Chelsea are crap, but we.
I agree, but when you're talking about play, it's going to stand on the radar a lot more.
Doing at 70 million.
It goes both ways.
Do you know what I mean? Because I hear what you're saying, but I'm also, from my point of view, I honestly, genuinely think Caicedo was played for 2 highly detailed managers who tell him exactly what to do in Potter and De Zerbi. And
this basic top-level coaching.
Exactly. And this is the first time now.
I wonder what we're lacking.
He's not giving the players enough detail, in my opinion, and the players don't know what they're meant to be doing at certain
But then
moments.
how are we blaming Caicedo then? We've already got to the core of the problem, and it's the coaching.
I'm agreeing with. I'm saying it's harsh to blame Caicedo and say he's been. I'm saying that he's not showing the player he is at Brighton, but he's also not had the opportunity to have the level of detailed coaching that he had at Brighton, knowing exactly where he needs to be, exactly where he needs to pass, exactly where he needs to. Do you know what I mean? That that level of detail can turn a player from it could be that Caicedo's a system player, and we've all been fooled that we thought he was more than a system player, but he's just a system player, and he played very well in that system. And unfortunately, Chelsea are the ones who've got to, pay the piper. Enzo's probably
maybe we just need a manager of a better system.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to say. Look, Enzo, for me, with his skill set,
maybe someone who doesn't put Conor Gallagher next to him.
Caicedo isn't.
What do you mean? Last week, you could clearly, well, not last week, the other day, you could clearly see Gallagher was the guy that was needed. Today,
He was.
Yeah, that buzzword. All we needed Conor Gallagher. Here's Conor Gallagher for you.
Did
also Newcastle away? There was Conor Gallagher for you.
Casper, it's Gallagher though, because I remember him vividly saying that Conor Gallagher was going to be the best player on the pitch at Newcastle. I remember
he'll be. I said Chelsea. He'll be Chelsea's best midfielder. So I'm just telling you now, he has been Chelsea's best midfielder, and he cost you 0. Enzo Fernandez got hooked off at a 66th minute.
Yeah, he shouldn't have. He shouldn't have. How Gallagher lasted the full 90, I don't know.
Well, Luke, you seen Gallagher.
Enzo had a better game than Gallagher.
You've seen your team without Gallagher, and your team is worse without Gallagher. So regardless of
team, your
team is worse without Gallagher.
Why do you think Conor Gallagher is the difference between us losing 2-1 and
because
winning?
I saw what your press looked like versus Man United without him.
And do you think Conor Gallagher would have given us the final third play we needed?
He would have helped.
No, he would not. No, he would not. No, he would not. I watch Conor Gallagher every week. He would not.
Oh, so why is it in that one game that Conor Gallagher didn't play, Man United recorded the highest XG in the Premier League, apart from your XG against us when we had 9 men. So that's the most XG.
Because the whole team was shit. You act like we didn't go to Newcastle 2 weeks ago and play like shit too.
But how come your team was that shit on that day and Gallagher?
How come we were that shit with him against Newcastle 2 weeks ago?
He did play against Newcastle, so.
Well, no, but the XG wasn't as high, and you didn't play as badly against Newcastle as you did against United.
We built up play a bit better. I'll give you that.
No, you
but that was more from Enzo. If anything, Enzo was the best.
You know what I'm hearing? It's a bit of scapegoating right now because you know what? Don's had so many. You know what?
If it was scapegoating, he would have been brilliant today, wouldn't he?
Don, the thing is, his first game, whatever it may be, I don't know what it is. Don's said about 15 different lineups that Poch needs to be playing, and then you'll cook. About that, you've had Caicedo, Enzo, Palmer didn't work. You've had Gallagher, Caicedo, Enzo don't work. You know what I mean? You've had Leslie in the mix. You've had Gusto in the mix. You've had Reece James back in the mix. I think even Matson came on today, still didn't do shit. Like, honestly, Kukurea and that. You've had the Sassy at right back, Levi at left back. You've had fucking Mudryk start, and you've had Jackson and Brozier. Like, mate, come on, man. Look.
Oh, where's Cole Palmer today? Where's Cole Palmer?
No straight 11. Again, back to the coaching.
And apparently,
was Cole Palmer playing? Was Cole Palmer playing today?
He had a decent amount of goal threat, but that's about it. That's about it.
Oh yeah. By the way,
it wasn't really to blame for anything, though.
Nah.
By the way, to top it off today, by the way, remember when Don said Caicedo's not a lone 6? Guess what happened today? Gallagher was playing next to Caicedo in a pivot, from what I could see, and you still lost.
Yeah. There's no variation of the midfield. There's no variation of Chelsea's team that's working. And Kendall just made a great point about the best team, because the thing is this is a key game, and Sterling's on the bench. But Sterling has been one of your most productive attackers this season.
Yeah.
So what's the logic? What's the logic behind going into this game and being like Sterling's not playing, Bro is playing? Like, there's no consistency in his selections and stuff. And I actually think Poch is making a lot of it. Like, he's been dealt a difficult hand, but he's also making a lot of issues himself. Like this whole Colwell left back thing. No.
Chilwell left wing, the Sassy right back, Gallagher wing.
Did he start Colwell? Did he start Chilwell?
No, he came on for James.
Right,
so like this game,
hold on. But Chilwell came on for James, did you say?
No. Colwell came on for James.
Right,
yeah.
so
he was forced to do it. So I can't.
Hold on. So where did Chilwell start today?
Chilwell didn't
start. Colwell.
He didn't start.
Right,
okay, my bad.
But when James got injured, this is the thing as well. They'll play 2 players out of position rather than 1. So you could bring on Silva and move Dizazi to right back, but moves Kukurea to right back and Colwell to left back.
Oh, he's injured now, by the way.
Say again?
Kukurea is injured now, isn't he? as
Yeah,
well.
And
yeah,
Robert Sanchez.
Yeah. So
Ooh,
I'm just saying
Sanchez
that
is
basically-
injured.
Yeah, we had to bring on Petrovic before the second goal went in.
How long's
Yeah.
Sanchez out for?
I
Does it look
don't know.
bad?
I don't care. I don't care.
What's
Man,
your
Just
what's
another
your
injury. This will be
like?
our excuse when we lose to Sheffield United next week.
you
So
can't
I don't
lose
do
to
that.
Sheffield United.
I got the Zazie in my what's it called, mate? In my FPL. You better do bits.
You have our defenders in your FPL.
Oh, you're at home against Sheffield. It can't get worse than Sheffield at home, surely. Come on, man.
Yeah, Sheffield just won this.
and then
Sheffield
Duncan
won
starts
this
screaming, "We're
weekend.
back." You can start screaming, "We're back."
Another McAtee
I'm
banger.
expecting a disappointing afternoon for the Blues and a Comunicado Oficial that night.
I can't lie, man. It's not. Look, you know what the maddest thing is? I don't even think a striker solves all these problems. You know what solves these problems?
No, it does. It just papers over the cracks a bit.
No.
We'll
You know
still
what
get
saves these
goals.
problems? Because ideally, I think Palmer's is looked at as a 10, and I think Caicedo's looked at as a 6. So guess what? The missing pieces replacing Enzo. That's
No,
that's
but Kaz, you not
Enzo
think
didn't
that's
do anything wrong.
do you not think they've misprofiled Caicedo? Because for me, when I look at their team, right, I
So
don't
who's the
think
problem
Lavia's. I don't think
no,
Lavia.
JJ. What's the problem? Because we're talking about 200. We're talking about
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
220
saying. Like,
million worth of players that are meant to complement each other. I don't see
no,
it.
because it's spending for
The
spending
midfield's
sake.
been my last problem
No,
with
but
Chelsea.
my
The
thing is,
defense and the attack.
but Lavia's to me isn't a 6 long term. As in, like his natural skill set and what he's
I
capable
forgot
of
he even
doing.
existed.
He's not a 6. Caicedo's is not a 6. Yeah, Enzo's not a 6. So their best team, they're still going to need to go and buy a top level 6. I'm 100% sure of that. And now they've got 3 or 4 players who all are going to be expecting to start, but they're going to need to bring another player in. Their team doesn't work without Gallagher. But if you play Palmer in the 10, the team's lopsided because Caicedo and Enzo. Chelsea have so many issues. It's unbelievable. And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know how they fix all these issues without buying more players. And they've already got players on 7-year contracts.
Jay, that's not an issue. No, Jay, that's not an issue. They can buy more. Buying more players isn't an issue to Chelsea. They can just buy
that's
more
fine.
players.
Transfer
Yeah,
They're
fees
just,
and all
they're
that.
just
I can't
buying
lie.
players.
The
You
way
don't
I
need to
look
worry
at it,
about that.
21 days, people. 21 days. It's not New Year's.
Guaranteed. Their most successful midfield will end up being Lavia, Caicedo, and Palmer. Guarantee it will be.
Bro,
think so?
I think Palmer. I
I don't
think
think Enzo would
I
be
think-
dropped. It'd be Enzo,
I think-
Caicedo, Palmer.
some of what Palmer's done when Palmer's been cooking for me is dropping deep and winning the ball back and advancing the ball up the pitch, ultimately like an 8 would do. So I hear you. I hear it.
He should be after that Arsenal game. You'd think you probably keep him in a false 9 potentially as well.
Yeah. For
You know,
real.
fuck Jackson off. He's shit, man. That guy can't even bag Astrid.
No,
wet.
Jackson's fine. He gets into the right positions at the very least. Get a little bit of composure in you. We'll see what you're like.
What's the point
He's
of getting
trying to get in positions with Astrid. He's struggling on that one. So
What's the point of getting rid of Timo Werner then? Timo Werner got in correct position all the time.
That's a great point. Because also as well,
I
you have to
agree, but
remember-
Timo Werner was what, 25, 26 when we got him? Jackson's 22. I'll
Oh,
give him a
that's
year
that's
at least.
pretty
Yeah,
old,
but,
isn't it?
is he, but do you see him as
is
being
that the
like,
bar now?
but Lou, like look at it like this, yeah. Like he's 22, right? You need to replace him, get another striker in. Now he becomes the bench striker. Are you confident bringing this guy off the bench? Let's be honest. This guy was on the verge of going to Bournemouth before he failed his medical. Do you know what I mean? As in, that's the kind of level of player he is at this moment in time. Not to say he's not going to be good, but saying that having Jackson run your front line is wild. Nearly as wild as United paying 70 million for Højlund and him running their front line. It's just
We didn't
wild.
pay 70 million, we paid 30.
No,
I can
Højlund-
understand we should have gone for some more experience. Everyone says that, but the options weren't really there. Tony was banned. You're not getting
Solanke. Sorry.
Solanke's Chelsea, isn't he? He could have.
He was.
brought him on.
We got rid of him years ago.
Yeah, you could bring that, and that's like
But the
my
experience
point.
options weren't really there. The only one was Vlahovic. We weren't really that keen on him. I don't think he's been that great this season for you.
Yeah,
from
but
what I've heard.
is Vlahovic better than what you? I think the thing is the question is whether or not
If we're going for an experienced striker, I don't want the Vlahovic. I want the Tony or the Osherman.
this is the point. Arsenal had this issue with.
I don't think they
Jesus
want
and stuff.
12th, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Because
Hey, we're
Arsenal,
Chelsea, man. We're different.
When
Different lot.
when Arsenal last, I think it was a couple of Januaries ago, when they had the opportunity to buy a striker, and they didn't because the exact person they couldn't get Vlahovic, and then they got Jesus in the summer. I think Chelsea just need to basically also as well. They need to stop hyping signings and players that aren't player. But like I've always appreciate this saying that how can you miss me if I don't go away? Yeah, people's. It's not that funny. people's points. Like the value of a player goes up when they're not playing, you know. And I think Chelsea, the Fofanas, the Nkunkus, they're putting them on a level, on a pedestal. It's going to be hard for Nkunku to deliver on the pedestal because
that is Poch's biggest excuse. Oh, we ain't got Nkunku, man. Sharp, man. Get me some wins.
Yeah. How
some
about
wings?
some wings, Romano?
I was going to say wings.
You know what? I wouldn't mind that in the concourse as well. At least I can enjoy some food while we're getting battered.
Yeah.
Quick
See
one.
what we do need though, real quick. We need more likes because there's like 600 people in here. The likes are not high enough. Please, people, we need the likes so this get pushed out to more people. Please just check the like button is lit.
Move like Hoyland in a league game. Come on, guys, run the likes up.
Yeah, man. I run every like for as many minutes as Monster's been staring at his phone.
By the way, Kaz, I'm keeping account. By the way, now Hoyland's made it to 12 games now. Forlan was 23. Forlan was 23. So we've got 9 games to go.
And look at the player Forlan turned to be, man.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, I like Hoyland. I think he's a good player. He's a bit unlucky at the moment, but yeah, man. I'd rather have Hoyland than Jackson.
Yeah, facts. Because you can see the talent there. Al Humber's an elite manager takes Chelsea to 6th max. Poch will take us to 14th. The sporting directors used an FM24 database to scout. 7-0 at Anfield will save us.
Alhambra, you think he makes it to Anfield? Oh, God forbid.
Wait. When did
you go at Anfield?
January.
That's 31st of January, but I will not be going. That's deadline day. I ain't going.
What have you guys got before then?
We're gonna sign 3 Brazilians. At least one's.
You not play on Christmas Eve, don't you? Wolves.
They're playing Christmas
Eve.
Wolves
away. Another one. I'm swerving.
Ruining Christmas, you know.
Wait. All right. You've got. All right. Cool. Let's just do this. All right. You got Sheffield United next, which you probably will end up getting past it. Then you got Newcastle. Then you got Newcastle in the EFL Cup. You got Wolves away, which is going to be a tough test in my opinion.
They're losing to Wolves away.
You got Crystal Palace at home, which will be I don't know what kind of Crystal Palace is going to show up. You got Luton Town away.
They're losing to Luton, man. Come on.
I imagine.
I'm not gonna lie.
December might save
the way you man
he might get over December, and then you've got.
I don't know about Sheffield United away neither.
No, it's at home as well. This
with Wilder. Nah. Wilder will have them like set. Like, the thing about Chelsea is that like if you look back at the games they've won, it's like Fulham. Like I think they're just not winning. Like there's I don't think Chelsea are super easy to beat, but they just can't win games. Yeah, like they just agree with that. In every avenue, the defense is not good enough at playing the ball out. The midfield isn't resisting attacks. The attack can't score. It's like everything's going wrong. I don't know what Chelsea can do to fix it apart from sacking Poch. I don't see how Poch can turn this.
You know what? The board is there to stay.
The midfield's doing fine. We're struggling on the wings. That's what the problem is.
The midfield ain't doing fine.
The midfield is doing fine.
I don't think like you.
Our problem is we get overloaded on the wings every single game for fun. That's what our problem is.
You lot think the midfield is fine because the level you lot have become accustomed to in 2023 is in hell. If you don't want to see what a real midfield is, go look at Arsenal or go look at any of these other teams or look at Tottenham.
We dog-eared Arsenal's midfield.
Bro, yeah, of course. I'm not saying you haven't had any good performances this season.
Oh, we dog-eared City's midfield.
I mean, bro, you drew, to be fair.
No, I'm not trying to flex a result. I'm talking about performance on the pitch. The midfield is not my problem. The midfield, it's literally everywhere else but the midfield.
Whatever you do, don't blame Caicedo or Enzo. Is basically what you're saying.
Yeah. Like we're not allowed to get onto not allowed to cost £100 million signings. So let's move on to the £80 million signings. Madrid. Are we just conceded to the fact that he's dog shit?
Not been great. Although he made a
He's-
couple good chances up
He
today.
wasn't. He wasn't
There's nobody
terrible
in the
today.
middle.
He was all right
No one in the
today. He was
middle.
live. He was live.
yeah.
Stop doing
Yeah.
it. Stop,
Again,
stop,
but what do you
stop,
mean? Why is that
stop
good
doing
enough?
this.
Why is that
No,
good enough?
no. Stop doing this, because this is what I say about United fans when they're doing to Anthony. Average for a top club like Chelsea, I'm like, it's not good enough. Oh yeah, he worked hard today. The bare minimum. And
How
then
much
they
does
say-
that-
No, like Mudryk don't work hard. That's his
they're
problem.
the
But he
same
made
age.
some-
Anthony and Mudryk
My
are the
thing
same
with
age. pretty
Mudryk
much.
is he made decent chances. He made decent chances. No one's in the middle. What are you gonna do? Not his fault. Not
He's
his
shit.
fault.
He's shit. His name's Midrick.
And don't project your problems of your wingers to mine.
And we're still above you, G, by 8 points. So what?
Yeah, I'm not talking about the table. We're both shit regardless.
Yeah, exactly. And you're worse again this year.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? We ain't
I-
Yo, if you're flexing being above us, then fair enough.
David Moyes,
You're
how
really
can
in the bin,
how
bro.
can David Moyes at Man United have a better season than big Chelsea?
Yeah.
Ask Pochettino because he's probably
Allow
worse.
it. Yeah, our players are shit. But today's not about Man United because we already spoke about Man United. We'll talk about that next week. But Chelsea, you're absolute dog shit. Right now, yeah.
Oh no,
Hey,
Cas,
we're both
we'll
shit.
speak about you on Wednesday. Don't worry, we're speaking about you Wednesday, bro.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And
I'm
also,
with
if
you.
I'm a United fan, I'd be pissed as well because Chelsea can't group us in together. Like, do you know what I mean? I said we're crap, but like Chelsea.
Oh, I
Are crap.
don't mind. Get
Well,
me.
they just had to
get
not
me
get
one game a
dicked
week.
by Bournemouth.
It don't matter.
That's true.
Hey, we
What's
got
that-
Anfield.
All
that
they had
tell
to
you about
do was
Chelsea?
prove they weren't a blip.
It's fine.
They just
We
beat
got-
a really shit Chelsea team that's coached by a bum.
I'm glad
Fair
that you know. I'm glad that you know that you've also got beaten by a bum at the same time as well, fam. And he's gonna get sacked on Sunday.
We get beaten by literally
He's
everybody.
getting sacked on Sunday. He's getting sacked on Sunday after that Anfield. He's getting sacked. So, anyways,
Hey, here's to both our
I mean,
managers getting
is
sacked.
it Tottenham
Nah,
Newcastle
long-
side?
Ella
Yeah,
Comunicado Officials.
Kendall.
Yeah.
you know what? Before you, Jay, Kendall, man, like your team got absolutely fucking dick down. Like honestly, I did not expect that from your players today. Trippier as well.
I didn't actually. To be fair, I was gonna say I did, but I didn't. But yeah, everyone was just
You was
absolute
stressed.
dog. It was just like genuinely disgraceful, like absolutely disgraceful. And to be fair, it was a little bit of it was on Eddie today. I think that's probably the first time I've ever said that since he joined the club. Like genuinely, because why you weren't taking Trippier off at half time when in the past 2 games he's been absolutely the worst thing I've ever seen. And then I just don't know what he was even thinking. I don't know what Lewis Hall's done to not get a game. Like, I literally don't know at this point. Honestly, the only thing I can think of is the last time I played was against Man United and he scored. I honestly don't know what he's been doing with Eddie's misses behind his back or whatever, but that's the only thing I can think of that why he's not getting a game, because why? There's absolutely no reason why you didn't get a game today. We had Kraft on the bench even. We had Dummett. Like, there was no reason why Trippier had to stay on that pitch today when we've got Milan on Wednesday. There was absolutely no reason for it. It was just an absolute joke, to be fair. And Isak just looked like half-arsed as well, so that was great. Almiron and Gordon playing like Almiron and Almiron again, so that was just brilliant. Bruno lost his head again. It was just one of them games. Just Lascelles looking like Lascelles. Can't wait till Botman's back now.
He's injured. He's 100%. Both your centre backs are injured, by the way. Again.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, brilliant. We don't have another one. Fantastic, because Dan Burn and Botman are both out. So lovely. Don't have another centre back.
I mean, you can have.
Just going well.
Don't worry. You got big old Paul Dummett and Kraft to go centre back. You know.
Oh, honestly, can't wait. Lovely. Absolutely brilliant. I really can't wait to see a Paul Dummett Kraft centre back partnership against Milan on Wednesday.
Kraft
I really can't. I'm just so excited for that. And Dubravka in goal. So excited for that as well. What's Karius done? Can Karius be any worse? Because I don't think
I was going to say, I thought Karius did all right in your cup final.
He was fine in our cup final.
I thought
the fact is, he didn't have to step up either. Do you know what I mean? He was fourth choice. It was like he was fine in the cup final. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong.
Do you think Trippier's starting? Do you think it's just sheer number of games that Trippier's had to play, or is he starting to look his age?
No, it's definitely a number of games, because we've seen in there the quality's still there this season. We've definitely seen it. It's just literally there's been a game every 3 days for however many weeks now. We've got 14, probably now 15, coming up to 15 first teamers out. Oh no, we've got 2 back today, so that's fine. So we've still got 13 players out.
And you looked a lot like when you saw Wilson and Longstaff on the pitch, there was a dramatic improvement in the performance of the team.
I also thought that was weird though, Jay, to be fair. Like, why, when there's players on the pitch already, like the game had gone at that point at even 2-0, I was like, we're not getting back into this because we just didn't look at all remotely like we were going to get back into it in the second half. But why then out of all the players that are on the pitch, why then put the 2 players that have just come back from injury?
Yeah.
One who is a crock to start with, because Wilson is a crock. Why put him on? I just didn't get that. That was just weird to me.
I think the one thing I would say, because obviously, I have a lot of respect for Newcastle this season, because I think they've had a hell of a tough season in terms of like injuries and stuff, and I think they've played broadly well. But my thing that I'm starting to notice now is that some of the players, with you playing this amount of time, I'm wondering whether or not they're going to drop to maybe more of a mean, like a more of an average, you know, like say like an Almiron. Can he be the player that he was last season again? Or are we going to, is it dropping? Like, and I know it's harsh I guess I'm being harsh because when you're now, it's almost like a different level of grading because you're a higher level club. So last year it's more like, oh, we're happy to be here. We're on a great run. This is amazing. This year it's like, you want to finish
expectations.
top 6.
Expectations.
The thing is with Almiron though, like he has a title patch. He did it last season. The first half of the season, fine. Second half of the season, where was he? He just
I was going to say that
this time he dropped off a bit earlier than he should have. Like if we need a right winger anyway, we should have had one in the summer, but we just didn't.
Because if you look at Almiron, I was going to say Almiron. I'm pretty certain Almiron at his best wasn't last season. It was the end of the season before.
But no, it was the beginning of last season.
And then
into the second half.
So he hasn't been good. He hasn't been good for almost a year now.
No, he hasn't been consistently good for a while. It's just he's one of them teams, like as we mentioned earlier, he's one of them players who like he runs around loads. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he's a hard worker, so he never gets dropped or anything.
But Kendall, what about Murphy as well? Isn't he fit now?
No, he's not. He's out for a few months because he had surgery on his shoulder.
Yeah, you're missing like Tonali suspended, Murphy, Harvey Barnes. I keep forgetting you guys signed
we've got no players.
Yeah.
We literally haven't. But that's not the thing is though. That's not an excuse because why is the level so different? When we're at home, we played that 11. We beat Chelsea. We beat Man United. Yeah. Why, when we've gone away now to Bournemouth, Everton, and Tottenham, have we just fell off?
And City, you weren't good against us as well, Kendall. Actually,
personally,
earlier in the season, you mean?
Yeah,
we weren't, but we got beat off Brighton as well away. But I just mean, like, in this period, everyone's using fatigue as an excuse. But why is the fatigue not the same at home? If you know what I mean, like everything's fine at home, the intensity's there. Away, it's not.
One thing I would say for you, Kendall, about your
shit away fans,
like, there's something about the intent. Newcastle aren't a good enough side if the intensity isn't there absolutely to be able to be able to do some of these things.
I was gonna say
that's right. So it's like and I look at them and I think to myself, this is the issue with Newcastle's squad, the lack of a playmaker. Like the lack of like a proper like number 10, more of a creative player, someone that can just change it a little bit. Like it's very, what they do is very good, but it's almost like if I'm Newcastle, I'm knocking on Arsenal's door for Smith Rowe in January.
Yeah, well, 1,000,000% I hear you on that.
I think if Newcastle give him 40-45 million, I think Arsenal sell Smith Rowe. So
it's like when they wanted Maddison as well. Remember when they wanted Maddison as well? Yes, I agree with you that they've got this. Like when they had, they wanted Maddison last season, didn't they?
Last January.
It's a long story. But yeah, the thing is that they got Tonali, but also you got to understand they're missing Willock. They're missing a number of players like Will, and that's the thing is when you. The Premier League now, the intensity that teams are playing at. Look at Villa. Look at how brilliantly Emery managed that game. Just like dripping those substitutions in. Because his players have no legs. 55, 60 minutes of that Arsenal game, Villa were done. They were out of because they emptied their engines against City midweek. So now against and I think Newcastle, maybe Eddie just needs to be a little bit more pragmatic sometimes now. You know, like play a lower block, play counter attack. I feel like Newcastle had more variety to their tactics last season, and this season you're more playing as protagonists a little bit more. And as a team that plays on the front foot, you're more susceptible to counters, you're more susceptible to transitions, you're more susceptible to open space. And I just think sometimes maybe Newcastle needs to be a little bit cuter. You can play a low block. I've seen Newcastle play good low blocks, low block counter. Like, not every day, playing a reasonably high line and stuff like that. I'm being harsh because they've got a lot of injuries, but it's like Spurs as well. We can't just keep losing until all the players come back. Do you know what I mean? As in, like, we need solutions. Like, we need some options. So
as well, for us, there's not a break. Like, we've literally. So now, obviously, we played today. We've got in 3 days. We've got Milan. We've got Fulham at the weekend. We've got Chelsea after that. Like, it's just it's like never ever ending. So I just can't even see, like, like a light at the end of the tunnel where you think, like, lovely, international breaks coming up.
Yeah.
Like,
the Pope injuries.
We can't. Like, we literally can't. We can't
guys.
rotate. We have no break at all coming up to, like, give us a little bit of reprieve.
But the Pope injuries are killer.
I hear the injury thing.
Yeah, Pope injuries killing.
Oh, hi, Mons, you still here?
I hear the injury thing with Newcastle, innit? But people weren't screaming fatigue when they smoked United. Weren't screaming fatigue when they smoked Chelsea. Like, I think there's just a general lack of quality in the team, and the fatigue just doesn't help the situation. It sounds harsh, but
I don't agree with that. I don't think there's a lack of quality because we've showed it the last year and a half. So I don't agree with that. But
I'm not talking
I think it's more evident that we maybe need.
I'm not saying you lot are shit. I'm not saying you lot are shit. You know, aren't shit. You're a very good team. I'm saying that in terms of, like, I feel like the fatigue is an excuse. But for me, what I'm seeing some of the players doing, and I know players are playing a lot of games, but a lot of players are playing a lot of games. Not everyone's able to rotate. But at the end of the day, when you lot went and beat Chelsea and you went and beat United, no one was talking about this.
That's what I said about fatigue. No one was saying it then.
So I feel like there are certain times at Newcastle, for me, throughout the season, your away form has been spooky throughout the season. Away, like, say at St. James's, I think Newcastle are one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah,
easily. One of the places as a Liverpool fan, I don't want to go, and that's for someone who's won there. But away from home, for me, even when you guys are full of energy and had a few less injuries, Wolves, I watched that game as well. The Wolves game. Certain games I just feel like away from home, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like what you were saying about maybe when the intensity is not full on. I don't know. Maybe that might be what it is. But I just feel like
if you look at when they played City, at the Etihad, we just come back from the Super Cup 2 days before, and it was. And I was worried about that game big time because we had a couple. I think Bernardo weren't playing. We had a few injuries. I was worried about that game, and Newcastle just didn't turn up at all whatsoever. And it was a bit weird. Then I was thinking Newcastle could have put. Everyone was thinking Newcastle were going to put this on City, and they turned up and forgot to attack. They literally just thought we're going to park the bus here, and it was a bit weird. I do hear what you're saying. I don't know what it is. That's something Eddie Howe needs to
Our away form's atrocious. We've only won one away game this season.
season.
Sheffield United. No, I don't. We only lost 5 games last season altogether.
Yeah, that's weird.
I can't lie. It's bad when Richard Arlison is scoring 2 goals against you and should have probably the third.
Imagine I've lost 3-0 to
Richard Arlison.
and Richarlison scored 2 goals against us in 1 week. I literally can't cope. Honestly, I'm like, today I was like, I'm gonna go down there every minute. I'm just nothing else in my life. I literally couldn't deal with it. But
I'm not gonna lie.
Good today. It's not even like a joke. Like,
they were
genuinely good.
They were good. I wanted to see Son.
I would never say they weren't because they were. But yeah, we were just.
Cass was very happy that that Son took the penalty, but I'm not going to lie. I was thinking 3-0 up. He should give that to Richard and let Richard take it.
Richard just got off.
I think he's gone by that point.
Yeah, he did literally just go. Listen, Sonny's a good guy. Sonny definitely would have given that penalty up.
I didn't realise
without question.
I thought he was thinking of a golden boot or something.
Yeah.
I can't lie. Son is looking like the player he was before. You know that. Like, honestly, whether it's on the left or right, he fucking cooks you. That was a cooking for the ages,
It was nice.
And this was against Tom's either.
Oh, I think Pedro. For me, some of Pedro Porro. Some of Pedro Porro's passing today was unreal as well.
It was. I think right back is one of those really competitive positions in the Prem now, because I really like Livramento too. And I think he's wasted a little bit at left back because he has to invert and you lose some of his quality. But but Porro was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought Ben Davies had a quietly
Good game.
excellent.
Like, he had a good game.
That
Just
interception.
quite like nice
That
pass. The
interception.
passing was crisp. It was too. But for me, the overriding thing was Newcastle let us play. You know, like the intensity in their press wasn't there. We were able to pop it around them, and we were just. And I think Richarlison. Funniest thing for me is Richarlison has played like less than
He's here in
10
spirit.
games, like as a number 9 for Tottenham, like less than 10, like as in specifically as a number 9. You know, and I know he's not Harry Kane or anything like that, but he can do a job. And you saw today that when you get the best out of him, or when he's on it, he can be a valuable asset. But I'm liking Spurs' team at the moment. The signings like Brennan, Kulu had a good game. It's just honestly, we just got Newcastle at the right. For me, I think we got Newcastle at the right time. You know, a lot of fixtures, a lot of games, big Champions League game around the corner. We outplayed them.
I agree with you on that. I think you saw that they were tired, and you don't want to be playing an energetic Spurs, but at their gaff. And
obviously we've not won in 4 games too, so we were hungry for a win too. So bad storm for Newcastle, perfect storm for Tottenham, bad storm for Newcastle for this game.
Do you know what? With Richarlison as well, quickly, when he scored the 2 goals, the way he celebrated today seemed a bit more.
Yeah, he seemed a bit more like, I'm
humble.
part of this team, as in like I'm here. Yeah.
It seemed a bit humble, as in, you know what, like a confidence thing. Like, it meant that he's got the goals, and it was almost like, I'm not going to over celebrate these because I need to be more consistent. with it.
It's like, this is not like Balotelli type thing. This is my job.
Like Postman don't celebrate. But the other thing I'd say that I saw today as well, that I keep saying this, I don't know if it worries you, but someone needs to have a word with Romero, because
it's like it was like when I saw it back, very, 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 very lucky not to be sent off, and that would have been a 4-match ban. And I can't imagine what would happen if we got it. It was what Casemiro did last season. Like, you know, like when he got a 3-match ban, came back, got a 4-match ban. It's like, what are we doing here?
But I just think, looking at Romero, when I watch him play, I just think you're gonna pick up more cards, a lot more cards this season. With Van der Ven out,
there was like no need for him to do it as well. Like, I'm not going to even moan about it because it was like it wasn't going to change anything for us.
Enzo that time as well. Do you remember when he kicked Enzo? There was no need for him to kick Enzo.
It was like you were 3-0 up. Like, as I say, it wasn't going to change anything for us. So that's not what like the view I'm coming from it with, because it was pointless. But it was like there was no need for him to do it. Like, you were 3-0 up.
But same back at you with Bruno. No,
true.
That was probably a red card too.
And the incident.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it with Bazuma?
When they went head to head,
There was definite movement.
There was movement by Bruno, 1,000,000%.
Towards the end.
Oh, that's why I never seen it.
So it was.
I was like, not watching it.
Because I think he was like, I don't want to send Romero off, because if I send Romero off, I have to send Bruno off. And if he sends Bruno off, he has to send Romero off. So I think the referee just thought, fuck this, I can't be asked for the paperwork.
When it was as well.
Other than that, I thought the ref was all right today for once in my life. God, I can't believe I'm saying that about a Premier League referee, but obviously...
It wasn't bad. One thing I was thinking when I was watching Newcastle today was that, like, Isak, when he's not on it, when he's not involved, he really doesn't offer very much at all. Like, Wilson at least will give you like running down the channels and movement and stuff. But when Isak's not in the game, he's
tired of playing with bozos like Almiron, man. I'm telling you that now.
You think so?
Do you know? And I've got an unpopular.
He doesn't have a right foot.
You see, we'll talk about Richarlison, innit? I think before Richarlison's injury, he was actually playing very well. Before we had the surgery and Spurs, before the Chelsea game, Richarlison had about 5 to 6 games where he was playing off the left and someone's playing up front, and he was working very well in the front three. That's why Brendan Johnson wasn't playing. That's why none of these men were playing. I think Brendan Johnson he weren't seeing grass.
Yeah.
I know he had a little bit of an injury at the time as well, but when Richarlison was moved out to the left, he was doing all right. I think he recorded 3 assists and he'd scored a goal. And he'd even had a good game against Liverpool as well. So for me, he's come back from injury. He missed the sitter last game, obviously, which obviously is never going to go down because he's not got a great reputation. But I think he's actually silently having a decent season. It's not just now that he's come back. He was having a decent season off the left, but I don't think many people are going to talk about it.
I think good point. Statistically, he's not doing badly. He's doing okay. He's up to 3 goals now. I know that's not a lot, but it's considering
some don't have any. So let's say
I was going to say he's got more goals than Jesus now, more goals than Højlund, like more goals than Jackson if you take away the Tottenham game. But like the point is that like for me, I can't read too much into this game because like on the one hand, Newcastle just got what Villa should have got when we played them the other week. The game today with Newcastle is exactly how the Villa game should have gone, but we didn't take our chances. And Newcastle will be back. Spurs, we're not the best in the world when things go well. We're not the worst in the world when things go badly. It's just it's a free swing season for us. So I'm just kind of enjoying the performances and the games and stuff, and just trying to like not just obviously get my shots out while the team's doing well, because this Premier League season, everyone's got to hold it. Everybody's getting licks. So
everyone below thirds, like they're literally just having like a mid off every week, like who can beat each other. It's actually mental.
Cheers. You're putting me in that conversation now. As well.
Sorry, I didn't. Where were you?
No, I think we're fourth at the moment, aren't we? I would imagine.
I thought you were
because Villa won, innit?
Yeah, Villa won.
So we'll still be below them.
So did you though? So did you go above Arsenal, or were you behind Arsenal?
I'm pretty certain. No, we're still behind Arsenal. Right. Yeah, I'm pretty certain. I haven't looked at the table.
I haven't actually. Today.
I'm pretty certain we would be fourth.
I'm pretty sure you're fourth.
I've got the table up right now.
Yeah, we're fourth.
I've got the table up right now.
See, I told you he's got the table up all the time. These Liverpool fans are checking the table
They're
constantly.
loving the table.
I've had the table up. I've had the table up this whole season.
Yeah, I bet you have.
It's not.
You didn't last season though, did you?
Not
Are you
really.
going to do a settle and get a picture, like a t-shirt?
Yeah, Christmas. Christmas.
Of course not.
But seriously, this league table, like if you look at the top, even up to Newcastle, 11 points off top with 22 games to go. I'm not saying Newcastle are going to win it, but I'm saying it's a.
Hey, what you said? Man United's got a chance because we're above Newcastle.
Hey, listen, I just don't know about United. We'll talk about United.
Hey,
I just don't know about United, man.
Anyways, no,
I can't wait till January window.
Hey,
honestly, January 1st, I want to wake up on New Year's Day. I want to see 5 signings in. I want it done. I want to look at my phone. And I want to see right Newcastle signed. I'm telling you now, Dan Ashworth. I know you're probably not watching this because what do you do on a night? I don't know, but I'm sure you're not watching this. But if you are,
Man United's trying to poach him right now. By the way, apparently Man United's trying to poach him right now. And obviously,
you still haven't got Jim over the line. Let you get Jim over the line first, then start talking about other stuff.
Who a bugger! I hope you don't approach him. Bless him.
Come on, Cass. United have been linked with everyone in the last 3 years. Let's allow it until something.
Who's everyone? I'm saying names that people didn't even know existed 2 years ago. But what's it called?
The thing is like United could do worse than getting Dougie Freedman from Palace, because
we don't want him.
Is like, because when
he's off the list
people
now.
talk about Dan Ashworth now, we talk about Dan Ashworth from the lens of the good stuff that he's done. He did at England and good stuff he's done at Newcastle, but Newcastle still had to pick him and say, yeah, this guy, we're going to get this guy from Brighton. Was it Brighton that you got him from?
Yeah, Brighton, yeah.
Yeah, this guy from Brighton, because he's the guy, because he knows what. And if you look at what Palace have done, like the transfers they've done, it's been good business. They bought good players in, decent profiles, like, and think about it like this, yeah. Kaz, if you ran Man United football side, yeah, you could make bets. I don't know how these people make these decisions look so difficult and complicated. Like, you would never sign off on 80 million, Anthony, because you'd understand.
You've been on the sign off on Mason Mount. I'd have been the first one to say, "Fuck that, sack me, man."
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, as in, so you look at United, you look at all these teams now, and December's going to be a busy month. Most teams have got at least 3 or 4 games before January. I don't know what the league table is going to look like by 1st of January.
Well, for us after Anfield, it's not actually that sad.
Will Liverpool be top? Kaz, Mons, will Liverpool be top 1st of January?
Yeah, there will be. Yeah, there will be.
You think so?
Yeah. City, you got to remember for starters, City, we're going away. City going away to the club. Yeah, but yeah. Agreed. But City going away to the Club World Cup as well. So we're going to have 1 or 2 games. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 because it's definitely 1, but we're going to have 1 or 2 games behind. I think it's 1 to be fair. So that could be an extra 3 points for Liverpool over City. So I think going into January, if Liverpool beat Arsenal, Liverpool will be top on January the 1st, I think.
Aston Villa might be top, man.
No, we'll beat them, Old Trafford. Watch when I say that. Because I'm going to that game.
No, Cass, you
What,
say
you beat
come
Liverpool
on,
or
bro.
Villa?
I think United will beat Villa. I think United. I'm not. Something about Villa that doesn't.
Villa's away, to be fair, Villa's away form's nearly
It's
as bad
not
as
that.
ours.
You lot ain't learned the thing yet. It's because I'm going to the game. I lose 1 game per season. I've already had that. Start of the season.
Okay.
Done. I'm winning. Done.
We will
Anyways.
see.
Hey, this is one thing though. This is one thing that's can vouch for me. Yeah, before City kicked off at halftime today, yeah, I said that I'm having extreme major deja vu. You're going to win this game 2-1. You're going to score very, very soon, and Jack Grealish is going to score.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
No, though, Daft keep saying
Crazy.
every time they've lost a game, Grealish hasn't started.
Grealish
and
is-
then you've
we
won
have
a
not-
day, Grealish is.
I'm saying, listen,
started.
Grealish has not, when Grealish has started a game, we have not dropped points this season, yeah? And listen, I'm not saying this is how important Jack Grealish is. I'm saying when you've got players that have left a team, when certain, like Gundogan's gone, De Bruyne's gone, we haven't got those players that give control. You need a player that, like Grealish, that keeps possession and keeps control. And it's no coincidence he comes in today. For me, Grealish was, I probably would have given Grealish man of the match, to be fair. I think Bernardo got it. I think Foden was very good as well today. And do you know what? Listen, it is Luton. People say it's Luton, but look, we watched Liverpool go to Luton on a Sunday and a draw. We watched Arsenal scrape and get a 4-3. Luton made it hard for us. To be fair, we made it hard for ourselves because it was just typical City in the first half where
we were bounce, guys. But thanks very much
Jay.
for having me. Absolute pleasure. Take it easy, guys. Much love.
Love. Yeah, but we're in complete control first half. I think something like 70% possession, 10 shots to their 1. And then literally in the last 30 seconds of the first half, we go and concede a goal being sloppy. And it's like, for fuck's sake. And I said, do you know what? Pep literally just needs to say to him, I don't care what you do. Just go out there and turn it into a W, right? We came out, looked positive second half and deserved the win. So look, I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, vintage City. That's not what we needed today. We needed a reaction. We needed a win. Like I said, we had not won a game in the league since before the international break. And I mean a week before the international break. So it's nice to see that. We need to kick on from that. It's as simple as that because we've got Palace at home. We've got Everton away before we go off to the Club World Cup. We need to make both of them W's. There have to be because otherwise we're allowing Liverpool and Arsenal to get, we got blessed by Aston Villa. And I don't know, I'm not going to go, everything I said over the last week, everything's fine. Everything isn't fine. But we got the win. And then all of a sudden, nothing looks as bad. Now, Arsenal are, I think, 3 points ahead of us now? Liverpool are 4 points ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
That's a damn sight better than, 7 and 6 points ahead of us. So we just need to kick on from that. And, Doku should be back in a week or 2. But for me, if Doku comes, while Grealish is fit, Grealish must start for me at the moment, especially with De Bruyne's not back yet. Grealish must continue starting. He was one of our best players on the pitch. Him and Bernardo were cooking. Grealish playing a bit more of a central role at times. And yeah, I'm happy with the performance, man. Don't know if anyone's got any questions. Monts?
No, I watched the game, innit? I think it was always going to be the type of game where KG, smaller pitch.
Yeah.
They get the first goal. It's always going to be a game where you're going to have to get in a dogfight rather than you guys just kind of. I think first half was just a bit too much side to side. It was just a bit too much side to side in the first half. I think second half he turned it into more of a battle. Sometimes games need to be a dogfight, and that's why I say, win your duels and your 50-50s and do the basics.
Second balls, bro, always.
Second balls, and then realistically, and that's one thing I used to say about Newcastle and Villa at home, at their home grounds. They're winning, and that's why for me, Villa beat Arsenal, because in that first 20 to 30 minutes, they were winning every second ball, every second bounce, and they got their goal. And after that, they backed themselves defensively to see the game out. And then technical ability kind of like, it's almost like a secondary at that point. So sometimes games this season, if you want to beat the top team, sometimes I think you got to turn it into a dogfight. Luton turned it into a dogfight against Liverpool. At times you didn't want it. Arsenal, the 2 games they've lost, I feel like they've been out-battled. Not for the whole 90 minutes, of course, but parts of the game that mattered or when a goal was conceded. So that's just my
I think the other one actually today was the fact Ake started again as well, which I was happy to see. So Ake back in. Foden, like I said, Foden looked really good today. He was all over the pitch. Tackle on him was nasty as well, by the way. I was worried that looked a bit nasty. But now, man, we just need to keep pushing on because, you know, it's not crisis over or nothing, but it was a better performance, and now we need to build on it. I think we got a long away trip to Serbia to face Belgrade on Wednesday, I think it is. And then it's
the red flares in that.
Well,
crazy.
Yeah, for real. So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's one of them ones where we've already qualified. I think, we've qualified top of the group. So it's what it is. Like, and then we move on from there, man.
I think I really rattled the Arsenal fans from the earlier stream. These lot are getting at me.
They're on to you at the moment.
Onto me, bro. Onto me. Like they asked me, will you win the league? Will you beat Arsenal? Like, it's at Anfield. I believe I will beat anyone at Anfield. Like,
I don't see this Arsenal chest going to Anfield, and that's coming from a City fan like that. Going to Anfield
I think Arsenal should be confident because of how they started the game at Anfield in April, I believe it was, and the fact that.
Why are you talking about how a team started? No. How they started?
But hear me out though, Daps. And obviously Liverpool have looked shaky, so I understand why they might have a bit of confidence going into the game. Yep. My opinion is that how their confidence.
There's a big difference, bro.
Shaky. I know, but the thing is, Arsenal have also been shaky.
But my whole thing is Mons, for me, the reason why people can look at Arsenal right now, Arsenal are looking good. Liverpool looked a bit shaky. This, that. Last season when they played you weren't really playing for much, bro.
Oh yeah, we were done at it. We were done.
This season, when you face them at Anfield, it is a title challenge. Yeah, that's what it is, right? Which means that, you know, like last season when I think was it whoever it was from Arsenal that rattled the Liverpool crowd, it's going to be 10 times worse this time because this one, Shaka, that's it. This time, Liverpool, like I'm saying that I'm already telling you now, we've got to go to Anfield second half of the season. I'm looking at that one going, this is why we mustn't drop any more points on Liverpool because we've still got to go there. So, but
it'll be it's one of them ones. That, as I said, I feel like just that Anfield game, Arsenal have not been playing well either. Just saying, they just about got past Luton and they lost to Aston Villa. Liverpool just about got past Fulham and we just about got past Crystal Palace with the help of the referees. So we've both been unconvincing as well. So for me, it just cancels each other out. I think Man United is going to be a harder game than Arsenal at Anfield.
Wow. Nah, allow it, bro.
Bookmark it.
You're trolling now. Now you're trolling now.
I'm just saying, once knows ball now, all of a sudden,
Clearly he doesn't, bro. Clearly he doesn't.
Hey, when we bring up no Bruno Fernandes, people will see how much better this team functions, and no Rashford.
No, bro, you still got McTominay in the middle of the park.
This is the best part. McTominay going forward and all that. I don't mind how he does it. Yeah, when you're playing low block, I don't give a shit. It's when you put him going forward to do whatever you want to do. Go do your thing, my guy. Because guess what? You're shit anyway. So go be shit somewhere else on the pitch, just not defensively. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, you must once. We're gonna run it up later this week. Yeah. But if you do not beat, if we even get a draw,
listen, you don't ask me why am I a prick? Why am I actually a real life dickhead when it comes to this football thing?
This is why. You started this off, you donut. You started this off.
I didn't. I said you lot were gonna give us.
You started off with, you know where this all started and stemmed from, when you started running up. It is D-Day today. You've got Man City, and then you're like,
Man City.
No. You be saying Greasy, you must. You be saying Goonally, you must. You're the one that started running it up, and then Roms obviously likes to play cheerleader and done it up afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, the D-Day today is because when you go, usually when you play Man City, it is D-Day. Come on, man. Like, it is D-Day. let's be
No, we're
real.
not winning. No, one thing is a fact. We're not winning. I don't think we're even. I don't even think we're gonna get a draw. You know what? I think this is Ten Hag's last game. I really do because if it's not, then it's shocking. It is shocking on all levels because I've had enough. I can't lie. You know what? Even if he's to beat Liverpool, look, even the only way he is if you go smash Liverpool 4-0 or 3-0 or something like that. That's the only way you can get any fans back on side. Yeah, but losing to Bournemouth hurt me. Yeah, that legit hurt me a lot. Yeah, because you know when you just keep breaking records, even when David Moyes didn't, as much as this guy. Yeah, you can't look past that. That's the only thing we got left.
Well,
at this
see,
shit,
then you have Steve knocking on the door.
oh yeah, give me
Saka's older brother has
free
been sending
kebabs.
the same. Saka's older brother has been sending the same message for an hour and 20 minutes.
What's he been saying?
That's some dedication. So I'll give it the airtime. It says Man City bully Liverpool fans so hard they don't dare talk bad about them and our secret Man City fangirls.
Do you know what? The one thing I'd say about that is today I've seen something from Gunner King. Gunner King and a Liverpool content creator have made a TikTok together where at the top it's got an Arsenal fan and Liverpool shaking hands. Yeah. So all of this old City Liverpool, bro, your content creators are like buddying up together and making TikToks together, mocking teams. So is what it is, man.
Yeah, I don't know where we go. I don't know where Man United go from here. But you know what? We ain't even actually ran up no Liverpool stuff.
I wish you openly.
You know what's mad? We haven't even ran up nothing to do with Liverpool. Like Liverpool just
time behind you, Cass. By the way,
I don't give a shit, man. At this point, they fucking own United at this moment of time, pricks. But what's it called?
We also own La Liga at the moment as well. By the way,
oh, Girona, they won 4-2. Yeah. But look,
top of the league.
we ain't said nothing on Liverpool, by the way. Not one thing this weekend. No one cared about it. But you know what? One thing is though, once that was not sending off. That was not sending off.
Of course not. Of course not.
That wasn't.
Yeah,
you know that.
I agree. We got very fortunate. If that game stays 11 versus 11, we lose the game 1-0, 100%. Like poor performance, but they gave us a sniff. And the last thing you want to do with Liverpool is give them a sniff in the way again 18 points from losing positions. Second is 11 points. So 18 points from losing position is crazy feat this season. And of course, Alisson back to his best. As soon as he's come back, making world-class saves, he does.
Wait, there was that one that was going to go bottom bins, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who's that
Anderson
from?
Anderson header and the sweat.
Yeah.
He saved the sweat. He said this way you go.
I hate you lot, man. I can't lie. I actually fucking hate Liverpool with a passion. Like, I can't stand you lot. Your football club.
I'd hate me too. So that's why when Gunnar Lee has that vein on the top of his head, like I'd hate me too. Like I hear it if I'm honest. Yeah, that's so, you know. It's what it is.
I need to ask Kendall something quickly though before anything. Does Newcastle turn this around anytime soon? In your opinion?
Milan, we've got 2 home games now, so if we don't win them, then that's all I'm going to say. Just get me to January. I don't even care how December goes now. I just want to go to January because we've got who have we got? We've got Milan, we've got Chelsea, we've got Fulham, we've got Milan, Fulham, Chelsea. I think we've got Luton away in the league. We've got Nottingham Forest on Boxing Day. We've got Liverpool away on New Year's Day. So
run it up, man. Love it. Yeah, good stuff.
January is going to be awful. We've got
my agenda
Liverpool,
again.
Man City, Sunderland away. If we get past Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, we've got semi-final. Honestly, like January's making me sick. Like actually sick to my stomach.
I run it up. Run it up until January because you know what? Ten Hag might be sacked by then. I want us to win.
Will Jim be in by then?
I don't know, man. Jim will fix it, innit? That's all I can say.
Oh, Jim will fix it next summer.
You hope.
Man. Yeah,
Anyway.
man. Fucking Man United, man. They piss me off, man. Honestly, this club's the death of me at some point. He's not even here. My man, Luis Jorginho ain't our real midfield. He's not here. I'm gonna send that to him on text though. See what he says. And then Neil says our fan base would love Connor if he cost us 100 million. Chelsea fans keep doing the same thing every single time, anyways. Yeah, no joke. All you Chelsea fans, you can keep defending Enzo and Caicedo, but me and Monch will be here, and we'll keep bringing it up. Yes, no pauses, no more.
Frauds. The both of them.
Frauds. Yeah, but yeah, man.
Free Lavia.
Yeah, man. But other than that, man, that's about it for today. We're gonna be back tomorrow morning. in about 12 hours, to be fair. You know, me, Monts, Joe, and Ches, see what a Chelsea fan actually has to say about his team. Yeah, man. And we're going to run up, obviously, the fixtures, probably talking it a little bit, but it will be at 11:15. So Mondays will be 11:15 from now on.
Can we do a count for how long it takes Ches to mention the Champions League?
About Arsenal? Not having one, or?
No,
No,
just about the Champions
Chelsea
League.
having Champions League.
I don't know. I don't know, man. He's probably going to talk about Man United not going to get knocked out
He
by Bayern.
always does it. It always makes me laugh. I always tell him about it because every time you mention Chelsea being crap, he's like, "Yeah, but we won the Champions League."
Yeah.
Every time.
Best football is Spurs and football. Well, I'll give you that, Sean. I'll be honest. You are playing the most attractive football in the league at
I
the
hope
moment.
you're okay, Sean. By the way,
Hold on. Really, Cass, really?
Yeah, you obviously play
Okay.
more attractive football than them.
Aston Villa at home.
Who?
So based on not this season, based on the last 4 games, you're telling me that Spurs are playing the most attractive football.
Just because they're losing, it don't matter. Aesthetically, they're playing the best football. Aesthetically, they are playing the best football.
Did he say that? I'll say best.
I agree.
Did he
Well, the
say
best
that, or did he say best?
Aesthetically, yeah,
He said best
He
football
didn't say
is Spurs
aesthetic.
football.
He said best football.
Well, when I think of best football, I'm thinking aesthetic.
For me, the best football currently is Liverpool because they're fucking top, bro.
No,
because of
last few games, even shit.
So no, this is best.
All right, then. But if we go back 1 week ago, then Man United, because of home form, because we were winning and had the best form in the league, we played the best football. Cass, because you just said home form. This isn't just home. It's your league. I didn't say home form. I said form, the whole form.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Cass.
We had like 5 wins or 4 wins and a draw.
No, you're right. Spurs are playing the best football.
4 wins and
That is literally, that wasn't about United, bro.
No, but I'm just saying because you just went off Liverpool, isn't it?
I think at the moment, best is different to most attractive.
Yeah, it
Respect
can
Emery,
be.
man. Respect Emery.
Yeah.
if it wasn't for Alisson, Liverpool would be mid-table. Oh, didn't Alisson get injured for a couple of games? Anyway?
Oh, is he back now?
Yeah, back today.
Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah,
It's
we're
like
gonna wrap
saying,
up.
If it wasn't for Haaland, City would score no goals. Like, well, they have Haaland. They signed him. They got him. He's playing. He's like,
Yeah.
what do you want us
Do
to
you know what?
Tell him not to
Just
play.
quick one worth mentioning. A lot of goalkeeper injuries at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, there is. Even my man Johnson got
Chelsea.
injured.
Bare goalkeepers getting injured at the moment. Interesting.
In a bit though, we're gonna be back tomorrow morning, and just watch out for that one, 11:15 in UK time. In a bit.